Y'all, I am not a good liar. I hate lying. I hate having to lie. And I hate when people lie to me. But I realize that a lot of us lie more often than we know, more often than we're aware. And in the beginning, it starts out well wishing. Someone asks us, "How are you?" And we say, "I'm okay," when really we're sad. Or somebody asks us, "Is this okay?" And really it's not okay. But to be polite, we're like, "Yeah, it's fine," right? Like, it's okay. And before we know it, we're living in a world, in a house of lies. We build our lives on these lies. And I realized for myself that I lie a lot. I lie a lot, not to be evil or to trick people or to deceive people, but honestly, probably to deceive myself so that I am more comfortable with things I don't like than I should be. Hi, everybody. My name is Alicia. I'm a multi-passionate creative and singer-songwriter here to encourage you to live a life, to create a business, and a creative practice of your dreams. I really feel like in order to live a life of our dreams, we have to be honest. We have to be truthful. On my podcast, The Full Well Project, I talked about how we are all liars, how we're all trained and raised to lie. We're all trained to hold our tongues, to accept things we don't like. We're all trained to really even lie to ourselves about what we want and who we are. And I feel like the only way to really get to the good parts of life is to have to work through those ugly parts of working through the lies that we tell ourselves and we tell each other every single day. Again, someone asks us, "Are you okay?" And we know we're not okay, but we're afraid to be vulnerable. We're afraid to be judged. We're afraid to be talked about behind our back. We're afraid to be seen as weak. And so we say, "Yeah, I'm fine." You know, we go through this like, "Girl, if I really told you what was really going on, girl, you wouldn't be able to handle it," right? Like, my bills are due. I can't pay my bills. You know, someone broke up with me. My life sucks. But we say we're okay. Again, somebody, crosses a boundary that we have for ourselves. And we say, "You know what? I should be okay with this," right? Like, nobody else gets upset at this. So maybe I shouldn't be upset with this. So maybe I should say, "Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay that you were late. It's okay that, you called me that, or you called me a nickname that I don't even like." We lie so much. We lie so much. And what I've seen in my own life is that when I start to stand up in my truth, people don't know how to deal with it, right? And so part of that is my fault because I did not stand in my truth from the beginning. There are a lot of people who crossed boundaries with me in the beginning of our relationship. And towards the end, I realized that I was being mistreated. And I said, "You know what? I'm not doing this no more. I don't want to be mistreated anymore." And for a long time, I was lying to them by saying, "It's okay how you treat me. How you treat me when you overtalk me, when you silence me, when you ignore me, when you cuss me out, it's okay, right? It's all right." And so at some point when I say, "You know what? It's not all right," it's jarring to them. And so they're like, "Well, who do you think you are? You're this new person." You know what I mean? When really, that's who I was all along. I was just too afraid to tell the truth. Even when it comes to what we want in life, we tell ourselves, "There's no way I could do that." We literally lie to ourselves over and over and over again to make ourselves more comfortable with the fact that we're not living a life that we want to live. I want to travel. Well, maybe I'm too old to travel, or maybe I don't have enough money to travel. Traveling is for them. It's not for me. I'm not one of those people, right? "Oh, I like that dress, but that dress wouldn't look good on me." We haven't even tried on the dress, right? We don't even know what it would look like. But we're so used to lying to ourselves and putting ourselves down that we miss opportunities to live our own lives. And again, we wake up in this stupor and we realize, or this moment of clarity, because we've been in a stupor for so long. And in this moment of clarity, we realize that we hate our lives. And it's no fault but our own. And so with this project, Love Your Life, right? This project I'm doing because I am my greatest project. I really want to get to the heart of the truth of who I am, of what I want, what I like, what I don't like. And it's really hard because I have been lying to myself for 30 years or convincing myself of something that's not true. Maybe lying is too harsh of a word. But really, if you're convincing yourself of something that's not true, isn't that lying, right? And I know when we were younger, we weren't allowed to say, "You can't say lie." It's like, well, what am I supposed to say? Fibbing. It's the same thing. It's a lie. But anyway, the whole point is there are so many things in life that we have been accustomed to hearing, even from ourselves, that we start to take it as truth. And it was never true. And it never fit us. But we thought that it did fit us because we convinced ourselves that it did fit us. Before you know it, these lies are destroying us. They're ruining our lives. We try to be polite and we try to take on so much, and we set our boundaries way further back than they should be set. We do things that we probably shouldn't do. We overextend ourselves. We dishonor our own selves. We allow people to dishonor us. We take disrespect, underpayment. I'm guilty of that. We take under appreciation and we tell ourselves, you should love this. You should want this. Like, this is something that you should want. But your body knows. The reason why you get upset when that stuff happens, the reason why you get annoyed when other people do that thing is because you don't want it. You don't like it. This dream you were chasing was for somebody else. It wasn't even for you, right? But it's really hard to work towards the truth. And the truth is, in order to get to healing, in order to get to a whole place, we have to tell the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth sucks. Sometimes the truth is, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Sometimes the truth is, we can't be friends anymore. Sometimes the truth is, I did this to myself. But the only way that we can get to a beautiful and whole and healed life is by telling the truth, and by telling the truth that we've been lying to ourselves. We've been lying to ourselves for so long, and it's not fair, it's not right, and it's not kind. It's not kind. We're not doing anybody any favors, not even yourself, by lying to yourself. You know the truth. We all know the truth, but we've been trained to look at our truth as something we can't trust. We've been trained to look at our truth as something that would get us in a place that we don't want to be. But the truth was there all along. The truth was there to guide you and to lead you to a better place. And so in order to get to that truth, like I said, we have to confront the lies. And the lies suck and they hurt and they're messy and they're complicated because we didn't lie to ourselves. We lied to other people as well. So I ask you, what is your truth? What is the truth? What is the truth? Is it that you hate your job? You hate what you're studying? Is it that you don't want to be in a relationship anymore? Is it that you're not who you put out that you have been? You know, is it that you don't like when that person treats you like that? Is it that you don't like when you treat yourself like that? Is it that you've told yourself, well, I don't wear dresses, but you really want to wear dresses? Like, it could be as simple as that. Little lies leak in and they become fortified, huge lies. We build our life on lies, and we get upset and wonder why our whole life washes away in the wind, in the water, when it wasn't even real in the first place. The thing is, even if those lies were taken away, it sucks and it hurts and it's something to mourn over. But the truth is, you start to feel relieved. You start to thank God for the washing away of the lie. You start to thank God that he showed you who those people were. Because literally, you know that it was a burden. You know that it didn't feel right. You knew that something was off. And it sucks the way that it happens. It sucks when people leave you. It sucks when you have to leave other people. It sucks when you have to leave different situations or move across the country. It hurts. But after that initial sucky stinging, you start to feel relief. When I stood up to people and I told them, you can't treat me like this anymore. I refuse to allow you to treat me like this anymore. It hurt and it was scary because some people did not treat me well after that. Some people left. Some people left and that sucked, right? But the truth is that they never really were for me. They never really were for me. Maybe at some point they did love me or a version of me, but I want to be with people who actually love the whole version of who I am. And that's the truth, right? I want them to love who I truly am. And who I truly am is a person who deserves love and respect, right? And deserves to be respected with my boundaries. And if that person can't respect it, they have to go. They can't stay. And I'm not a proponent of just throwing people away. I don't believe in throwing people away. But some people will literally fall off of your own life and it hurts and it sucks. But at the end, the truth is what will stand. The truth is what is real. And when you want more of what is real in your own life, how freeing and how beautiful. I feel like we feel like we're all suffocating because we're living in a mold that was never created for us. And sometimes we created that mold for ourselves, or we continue to play into that mold. But when you break out of that thing and say, actually, that's not who I am. I don't like that. I don't like Coca-Cola. I like Coca-Cola, but I'm just, using that as a small example. Like, I don't like beer, and I don't want to be cool to try to figure out how to love beer. I don't like it. I hate it. It's disgusting, right? I don't like scary movies, and there's no amount of you convincing me that it's going to be okay that's going to make me like it. Little pieces of that, little lies like that, we start to throw away ourselves. We start to chip away at who we really are. And before we know it, we are no longer ourselves. We are a version of who we think other people want us to be. And that is the ultimate betrayal. That right there, that is the ultimate lie. And it's not until we get to the place of really honoring our truth, knowing who we really are, and being who we really are. And sometimes that's scary at first. When you start walking, you realize, this is who I always was. This is who I was at 5, at 7, before someone told me I had to be somebody else. This is who I always was. A more mature version, of course, hopefully. A more wise version, of course, hopefully, right? A more brilliant version. But you were always brilliant. You were always that person. And so for me, I'm just working through stuff in real time, working through the lies in my own life, working through boundaries that I allow people to cross, wondering why I don't allow them to, why I don't stand up for myself, realizing that sometimes it has to do with my own self-worth. I don't value myself. And so I think that I need these people in my life to value me. Y'all, the truth is hard and the truth hurts. But as I'm working through the truth, as I'm approaching the truth, I see things way more clearly. I feel more light. I feel more radiant. I feel more beautiful in who I really am. I'm no longer lying. I'm not lying anymore. If somebody asks me if they do something that hurts me and it hurts, I will tell them. If they do something I don't like, I will tell them. If you know, and I can tell them in a way that's in love, but it still has to be told. The truth has to be told. You can't live a beautiful life lying to yourself. That's not how this works. And I'm realizing that more and more. And I'm more open to the truth of my life and open to what that truth looks like. And so I'm excited about this. So what is your truth? What are some truths that you have just been like pushing down? What are lies you've been telling yourself? I can probably think of many. I can't think of many right now offhand, but if I actually took time to write down, I can think of a lot of lies I told myself, or a lot of lies that I believed that other people told me that I thought that I had to adopt myself when I knew that it just did not feel right. It didn't feel good. You know what I mean? Sometimes that truth is I'm not happy. And so if you're not happy in a relationship, you could leave, but you could also work towards happiness, whatever happiness looks like for you and your partner. It could look like, you being single. It doesn't have to look like you being with somebody else. But sometimes the truth sets the trajectory for you to actually get to a place that is more beautiful, that is more freeing and happy and whole, and really getting to the heart of why you're not happy, why these things aren't satisfying to you. You know what I mean? So I hope this was helpful. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got something from this. If you did, let me know. Leave a comment below. Tell me what your truth is. Tell me how you've been lying to yourself. Tell me everything. You don't have to tell me everything if you don't want to, but tell me whatever you're comfortable sharing with me. I know that I'm not alone in this, and I would love to hear other people's experiences. And I'm going to be sharing my process real time with you because I want to get free and I want other people to get free as well. And it's time that we unravel ourselves from the lies that we've told ourselves, that we believe that other people told us, to get to the truth of who we are, who God made us to be, who he said that we are, who he said that we could be, what he said we can do. We can do all things, right? Like, so, and all things, including working through this hard truth. So I'm excited to share that with y'all. So I love y'all. Keep telling the truth, y'all. Keep telling the truth. You know the truth. You know the truth. All right. Till next video. Bye.